You're a suburban punk, just like me.
Hey everyone, welcome to Florida 2004 at E3. Look at this crowd, it is definitely going to be a wild show. We've got over 1,000 never-before-seen games and vendors to show you, over 400 exhibitors, bunches more. This is, as you know, E3's 10th anniversary, and I gotta tell you, every year it gets better and better. Right now we're gonna check in with Oliver, who's in the West Hall.
All right, Stacy, we're here right at the very front of the line, E3 2004. The crowd's behind me. Make some noise, boys. You guys ready to get up inside here?
Let us in! Let us in!
What do you guys want to see this year, man? What's everybody looking forward to?
Oh man, it's gotta be Metal Gear Solid 3, man.
PlayStation 2 is still hotter than ever, but Xbox's big guns loom big over the show.
Halo 2 is going to be awesome, you know, with the game, the first game, how it was, you know it's only going to get better.
Met with rapturous applause at their press event, Nintendo is looking to have the show of its life.
Nintendo's got a great lineup too with the DS, and they got the new Zelda coming out and everything too.
As fast as we can, we're going to show you the hottest stuff that E3 has to offer.
We're going to uncover some hidden gems, and we are going to do the stories that you want to see. So log on and cast your vote for Send an Agent. All right, Stacy, they just rang the bell, and everybody is on their way. E3 2004 is officially started.
So hang on, everyone. You're about to get floored. There's so much to see this year, so we made a beeline for one of the show's hottest games, Unreal Championship 2 from Atari. I'm here with my old pal, Cliffy B. Aw. So tell me, what's going on? What's new? What's hot?
We are showing off Unreal Championship 2 here at the Microsoft booth for Xbox. It's Xbox exclusive, and the whole pitch for this game is bring a knife to a gunfight.
Unreal Championship 2 is no PC port. It's being built ground up for the Xbox, taking full advantage of the console's powerhouse visuals.
You have guys who have swords, you have guys who have staffs, you have guys who use their fists against guys with rocket launchers and insane, energy weapons.
Atari has taken a major cue from the blockbuster Grand Theft Auto series, which successfully fused driving with shooting with absolute mayhem. Unreal Championship 2 welds together fighting and shooting, delivering incredible Xbox action.
You look at Unreal Championship 2, it has, ranged weapons from rocket launchers, and then it has melee weapons. So you see this kind of Unreal meets Soul Calibur gameplay. We decided that, a lot of other games are going with the whole Halo route, they're doing the vehicles. We're famous for zigging when other companies zag.
Atari and Cliffy B, expert video game designer and professional zagger, hopes to have Unreal Championship 2 in stores by this holiday season. E3 2004 opened with ESA President Doug Lowenstein giving us the lowdown on the state of the industry. Interactive entertainment is big business, even bigger than the movie business. E3 kicked off with some predictions and trends for the industry. ESA President Doug Lowenstein looks ahead.
I see a trend toward more community-based gaming.
Every year, game makers try to grab gamers with new innovations.
Games are going to get even more realistic and sound better than they do today in the next decade.
Midway is taking the fight online with Mortal Kombat Deception for the PlayStation 2 and Xbox. See if Oliver gets a black eye.
The violent and popular fighting series Mortal Kombat finally goes live with the release of Mortal Kombat Deception for the PS2 and Xbox. Co-creator Ed Boon says there are 24 playable characters, and
we have 4 different modes of play, which we've never done in a Mortal Kombat game. We have a puzzle game, a board game, a single-player adventure game, as well as online on both PlayStation 2 and Xbox.
Are the fatalities in this one also going to be background specific?
A lot of the backgrounds have fatalities specific to them, and they're actually used in the fight, so it's a certain area of the background that you knock your opponent into.
With all of the new features, including hidden characters, multiple fatalities, breakaway levels, and destructible environments, Mortal Kombat Deception is one fighting game that will definitely hurt them more than it hurts you.
Only a few hours into the expo, and gamers are already running to see gorgeous hybrid fighters and shooters, witness the unveiling of the online Mortal Kombat, and get their mitts on the new handhelds from Nintendo and Sony. E3 is at top speed, and Floored will keep you on top of all the spectacles and surprises.
You're a suburban punk, just like me.
This show is huge, almost as huge as Microsoft Xbox exclusive Halo 2. The original Halo defined the Xbox launch in 2001 and sold millions worldwide. 3 years later, the Master Chief is back in the saddle, blasting the Covenant in one of the biggest games of the show, Microsoft's Halo 2. Halo 2 is only being shown at exclusive appointments, but Floored RSVP'd a seat just for you. One of the hottest games being shown this year at E3 is Halo 2, which isn't going to be released until November 9th. But we had to get you through 3 separate doors, security, everything to get you into this very room to show you a sneak peek. Take a look.
A little background here. The year is 2552, and after a long, hard fight, the human outer colonies have fallen to the Covenant.
Halo 2's hottest feature, though, is online play, shown for the first time at E3, allowing gamers to jack into Xbox Live and duke it out with explosive weapons and a garage full of sci-fi vehicles. Halo 2 touches down in only 6 short months, and with millions of Halo fans lining up to take you down online, you'd better use the time to practice. Oliver takes the red pill and jacks into the Matrix at Sega's bombshell online announcement.
Sega has dropped a bombshell on gamers with its unveiling of a new way to play one of your favorite franchises. Partnering with Warner Brothers, Sega will unleash the all-new, massively multiplayer online role-playing experience, The Matrix Online. And here's a look at what you can expect.
The 4th installment to the PC, taking off after the last movie has ended, and players get the chance to control the Matrix and let them write their own destiny within the Matrix.
And what makes this online playing experience different from the competition?
It has the wire-fu gameplay, it has all the special effects that people love from the movie, and the fact that you get to control the destiny of the mythology and be able to have an active participation in that is a never-before-seen thing in games.
With Super Brawls and boasting one of the largest playable game environments to ever exist, gamers will have a hard time unplugging themselves from The Matrix Online this November.
You want to see the entire West Hall? You want to see it in 15 seconds? Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Not your usual way into the E3 Expo Pavilion, the U.S. Army made a dramatic entry, dropping in via a Black Hawk helicopter. The Special Forces team are here to promote America's Army, the official U.S. Army game. Gamers are lining up for a sneak peek at Valve's gorgeous Half-Life 2, and Oliver's got the scoop.
Half-Life 2 is one of the show's hottest tickets, with gamers waiting in long lines just to sneak a peek of gameplay footage in an exclusive Half-Life 2 theater. Inside the darkened theater, gamers oohed and ahed to the anticipated first-person shooter in motion, showing off Valve's incredible graphics engine, which produces some of the best PC visuals yet.
We're showing Half-Life 2 again, and everybody's very excited. They're saying this is great. That's our big focus, getting it out this summer. The biggest problem was that we bit off more than we could chew.
So with the release nailed down, we asked Mr. Newell about last year's hack attack that set development back.
Some people broke into our network, downloaded the source code, and distributed it on the internet. That was very demoralizing for us.
Half-Life 2 has only been confirmed for the PC. However, console gamers don't need to go computer shopping yet.
Yeah, right now we're planning on doing an Xbox version. As far as anything else, we'll have to see.
So that wraps up this episode of Floored, but coming up next, we're going to give you a tour of Microsoft's mammoth booth, and you're going to get to look at Ubisoft's outrageous lineup. Stick around, you're going to get floored.
You're a suburban punk, just like me.
And now it is time for the much anticipated RPG. This is your sneak peek of Fable.
Fable is so cool because everything that you do determines a lot of other things in the game. For instance, you walk around, you talk to somebody, you treat them nice, they'll treat you nice back. You can do lewd comments to people and they will actually say, oh my gosh, I can't believe that he did that to me. Everything that you do, every quest that you take can determine whether you're good or evil.
Will you do unto others or indulge your dark side?
You can grow taller, dozens of different weapons, tattoos. So many great things about this game. How you play determines what you look like. You'll actually grow horns if you're evil. You'll grow a halo if you're good, depending on what quests you take and how you participate in that quest.
Long in development, Fable is almost ready for release this year on Xbox. Let's see if you can keep your dark side in check. Acclaim is turning to comics for inspiration for its latest epic, Red Star.
I know what you guys are thinking. What's new? It's another comic book turned into a video game, but check the Red Star out.
The X-Men, Spider-Man, and the Hulk. Just a few examples of superheroes powering their way into your favorite systems. But there's always room for one more.
What's the premise of the Red Star comic series?
Premise of the Red Star comic series, it's a bunch of soldiers fighting for the United Republics of the Red Star, a totalitarian empire that they realize is corrupt.
And how does Red Star recreate the action of the comic book series?
We really wanted to bring the hardcore into the mainstream. So there's also, for all you fans of Double Dragon, Final Fight, those kinds of games, it's that kind of brawl. It's really up close and personal, very fast action. Like I said, arcade-style gameplay, so when you can pick it up and go.
Everyone loves classic old-school action games with cooperative gameplay and explosive graphics. The Red Star by Acclaim looks to bring this exciting comic book series to life on your PS2 and Xbox this September.
Hundreds of gamers are piling into Microsoft's booth to see the hottest games for Xbox. Microsoft is concentrating its South Hall booth on the Xbox exclusively. And with over 100 game stations, software is king at Microsoft. I'm here with David Hufford of Microsoft, who's going to tell us about all the big announcements at the press conference this week. Where do we start?
Let's start with EA on Xbox Live. I mean, we're going to have all the great EA games on the Xbox Live service starting this summer with the NCAA football title. So, you know, people can get up online, they can wear the headsets, they can trash talk each other, find their friends easily. It's a huge coup for us, so we're really excited about it. It's going to grow the Xbox Live community exponentially.
Some of the booth's biggest games are Unreal Championship 2, Fable, and Halo 2. But Microsoft has plenty more for Xbox fans.
Well, we've got more than 170 game stations out here, and as you can see, the booth is designed to really wow people from the moment they walk in.
That's over 170 chances to get your thumbs on these incredible Xbox games.
This is about games, man. We wanted it to be a great games environment.
Ubisoft is going to war this year on several fronts, and we saw them all at their booth. When it comes to military gaming, Ubisoft is bringing out the big guns. Literally. So big announcements for Ubisoft. Let's talk about, what do we got? Ghost Recon 2.
Ghost Recon 2 is the sequel to one of the biggest brands we have. Ghost Recon is a million-selling game. And Ghost Recon 2, coming out in November, is going to be huge for us. It's one of our key brands here at the show.
Brothers in Arms?
Brothers in Arms is Ubisoft's entry into the World War II genre. It's developed by a group down in Texas called Gearbox, and it really captures the emotions of the soldiers as they go through these experiences together. It's something that hasn't been captured in a World War II game before, and it's our biggest new brand this year.
Okay, and what about Prince of Persia 2?
This year we see a darker, meaner, tougher Prince. He's a little older now. He's a little more worldly. He has 2 swords and armor, and he's much more aggressive than he was in the first one.
And now it's time to make your big announcement that everybody's been waiting for. What is it?
We're very pleased to announce that Splinter Cell 3 is going to be out for Christmas. Splinter Cell 3 raises the bar higher than people thought it could go. And just as Splinter Cell 1 revolutionized the stealth genre by the way it used lighting, Splinter Cell 3 and the graphics in that game are beyond what anyone else is showing at the entire E3 show.
Get ready to drop into enemy territory this holiday season. Ubisoft! Well, that wraps up day one here at E3, but keep checking back in to see even more big games like Metal Gear Solid 3 and Star Wars Battlefront. You got 2 more days to get floored.